Hello everyone, in this video let's have a look at the Crdroid version ROM 8.5 based on Android 12 for the Poco X3 Pro. As you can see here, it is having the 5th May 2022 security patch level as of now, and this is the launcher that it comes with. So here is something that you can change the icon pack if you have certain other icon packs involved, and you can change the icon size, font size and max lines label. You have home screen layout, double tap to sleep, you can hide the status bar, show icon labels on desktop, and you can also customize the app drawer like this. And you have some miscellaneous options like using the taskbar at the bottom to show a grid of recent apps. So basically other apps will be shown in this grid of twos on the left, as you can see. You can allow home screen rotation, and you also have the option for hidden and protected apps, and you can turn on and off the suggestions in the app list or on the home screen. And let's go in and talk about the performance aspect of this ROM. So here is the benchmark results that I got. This is the Geekbench score. As you can see here, it is scored 732 in the single core score, and multi-core score is 2243. And here is the wildlife score. As you can see, overall score is 3460, and this is 62% better than the other Poco X3 Pro users. And here you have the CPU throttle test. So I ran it for 5 minutes, and as you can see, the CPU throttled to 87%. And I also tried PUBG on HD plus extreme settings, and I was able to consistently play an entire game for about half an hour at 60 FPS without any issues. And you can also enable 90 FPS. I'll show that option later in the settings, and that comes inbuilt within this ROM. And this is the camera app, and as you can see here, this is the MIUI like camera app that you can use. So that is great. You have all the features that you get generally with MIUI camera. And let's go in and have a look. These are the quick settings. Now let's go into the special settings here, and here are system settings. Here you can have a look at the gestures. You have quick tap at the back of the phone. These work pretty well, and you can perform certain actions. You can quickly open the camera by double pressing the power key. You can customize the navigation layout, as you can see. And here I'm using the gesture navigation. You can hide the navigation hint at the bottom if you want. You can change the pill length, and you can change the back gesture height as well. So you can customize how much part of the edges will be used for the back gesture. You have back gesture navigation can be disabled or enabled. Gesture haptic feedback can also be enabled or disabled, and you can see the sensitivity of both the edges. And you can disable swipe to invoke the assistant or keep it on. And now let's go back. You have one-handed mode, so you can basically use a one-handed mode. You can enable this key here if you want to quickly access that all the time, but I hide that. You can just swiftly swipe like this to access the one-handed mode. You can lift to check the phone, and other than that, you have press and hold power button for assistant, but I disable that because I don't really like the assistant as such. And now let us go back, and here you will find Crdroid settings, but first let's look what is hidden away in the display section. You can make the display extra dim beyond the phone's minimum brightness. If you are using the phone a lot in the dark, you can enable or disable the dark theme. You have light display option as well. You can change the color profile if you want. You also have a reading mode to make the screen black and white. You have certain color calibration options and picture adjustment as well. And you have some other settings like you can change the peak refresh rate and the minimum refresh rate like this. And you have double tap to wake, you have tap to sleep, and you can also adjust per app maximum refresh rate using this particular option. And you can increase the touchscreen polling rate using this option as well. And now it looks like we are into the settings. Let me quickly go through them. You can hide or display these icons at the status bar. You can change the clock style. As you can see here, you have network traffic indicator monitor at the status bar or in the quick status bar. You have auto hide. You have an activity threshold of option available as well. You can change the refresh interval. You can change the measurement units. You can hide the arrows. And here you can auto hide the clock if you want. You can show the seconds. You can also enable the AM/PM mode. You can show the date if you want, and change where it's shown, its case and its format as well, as you can see. And other than that, the below options are self-explanatory. You can hide the roaming indicator like this. You can hide the VoLTE icon, view Wi-Fi icon, and you can also enable the mic and privacy indicator and location privacy indicator at the top right, so whenever any app is using that, it will show up at the right top of the screen if you want. And here are certain customizations, as you can see, and you can customize how the battery style is and where the battery percentage, if at all, it occurs. And you can enable the battery bar as well and change up the colors. You have double tap to sleep brightness control. You can quick pull down from the right. So basically here, if you pull down from the right, you will directly jump into the settings, the quick settings. You have smart pull down. When there is no notifications, it will always go to the quick settings. Now let's go here. You have quick settings, date header. As you can see here, you can change stuff. You can also allow a battery estimate. You can always show this brightness changing slider and change the position where it is shown to make it easier to access. You have photo alerts, edit tile icons, clear on notification button as well. You have lock screen. You can have a media cover art filter. You can enable small clock, double tap to sleep, fingerprint authentication, vibration. I'm quickly going through the options. You can have a look at them. If you miss anything, you can pause the video and look at it. You have fingerprint, where you can unlock, ripple effect. Power menu can also be allowed or hidden in the secure lock screen. You can have the navigation bar options here. You can enable pixel style navigation bar, but I'm using this here, so this is basically useless for me. And you can also show arrow keys while you are typing. You can invert the layout, compact, left leaning or right leaning. So this is basically for the 3-button layout. And you have certain actions as well. You can perform these actions if you are using those options. You have power menu customizations. As you can see, you can enable a lot of options, and here how the power menu will look. And you can wake the device, answer call, control playback, reorient, use the volume keys as a cursor, long press for torch. You have user interface as well. You can customize the ambient display. You can wake the screen for notification. You can have a music trigger. You have edge lighting, so basically it will light up the edges of the display whenever you get a new notification. You have Monet settings. As you can see, you can use a custom color if you want, and you can select which color is it, and now you will have this Monet setting tint. And these are the navbar style options. It reminds me of the good old days. And you can change up the font if you want. And you have icon pack options here as well. And as you can see here, the icon packs have changed. You can customize the signal icon style, Wi-Fi icon style. As you can see here, there are a lot of options. You have icon shapes. You can change it, I don't know, maybe to the pebble. And as you can see here, it has changed. And let's go back. You have certain notification options like reticker, and you have 4-stop button option available as well. When you long press on any notification, you have flashlight for an incoming call to get your attention. You have battery light options. You have notification light options, and here are certain other options. You have navbar pulse, ambient pulse, that kind of stuff. You can also customize the volume steps to get a more granular control over your music loudness. And you can show the volume panel on the left, and this is how it will look. You have vibrate, call on connect, call waiting, disconnect. You can also change the volume panel timeout to your liking. And you have game space, and basically it will do all this stuff: stay awake, lock gesture, disable heads up notification. It will also disable auto brightness if you want, disable screenshot, and you can also add apps from this library section here. And you have unlimited Google Photos storage option, and this is the option that I was talking about. You can unlock higher FPS in games like PUBG. I enabled this option, and after that I was able to see the 90 FPS option. You have swipe to see screenshot. You have pocket detection mode. Overall, this ROM has been great for me. It is really smooth, no issues I have faced so far, and there aren't really major bugs here as well. But make sure that you update to the latest version if you are using an older version of this ROM, because the previous version had some issues, but this version has been pretty great for me. I have had no issues and it works amazingly well. Do note that this ROM does not come with inbuilt Google apps, and you will need to separately flash them. That's it for this video. If you liked it, click on the like button and also subscribe to my channel for more videos. Bye bye, take care. I'll see you in my next video.